You know deep down that the life you're living right now isn't the life you were born for. You feel it when you wake up, staring at the ceiling, knowing there's a fire inside you that hasn't even been lit yet. That voice in your head that whispers you're meant for more, it's not lying. The problem is, you've been waiting for the world to give you permission instead of tearing through every obstacle like your survival depends on it. Success doesn't chase the weak, the lazy, or the comfortable. Success is drawn to the disciplined, the relentless, the person who refuses to quit when everyone else taps out. You don't get success. You become the kind of person success cannot ignore. That means killing every excuse, every distraction, every soft habit that keeps you average. It means showing up every single day with the mindset that nothing can break you. The truth is, life will test you, but every test is a chance to prove you're unstoppable. So stop hoping for a better life and start creating one. Build yourself into the kind of person success has to find, because there's no other option. Discipline is the ultimate magnet for success, and yet it is the one thing so many people run from as if it were their enemy. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning to the moment your head hits the pillow at night, every choice you make either strengthens you or weakens you. Discipline is not a punishment, it is a power source, the engine that drives you forward when the rest of the world is content to drift. You see, talent alone is useless without the daily, grinding commitment to mastery. The truth is, everyone has talent, everyone has potential, but very few are willing to pay the price consistently. Discipline is waking up before the sun when your bed feels like a warm prison, when your body aches, when every fiber of your being tells you to rest, relax, and coast through mediocrity. Discipline is pushing yourself to lift heavier, run faster, study longer, work harder, and stay sharp even when no one is watching. It is choosing action over comfort, focus over distraction, resilience over excuses. When you cultivate discipline, you stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the architect of your life. Doors that were once closed begin to swing open because people sense the energy, the consistency, and the unshakable commitment radiating from you. Success is not attracted to the weak-willed. It is drawn to those who show up day after day, no matter the pain, no matter the fear. Discipline transforms ordinary moments into stepping stones, minor decisions into massive momentum. Every time you refuse to quit, every time you stick to a plan when the world whispers for you to give in, you are reinforcing your magnetic pull toward greatness. Discipline teaches you patience because true success is not instant. It demands that you endure boredom, repetition, and frustration, and yet still press forward. Discipline is a bridge that connects dreams to reality, and those who neglect it will forever chase shadows, never grasping the substance of their potential. The power of discipline lies in its ability to compound. One day, 1 week, 1 month of focused effort may feel insignificant, but over time, these actions accumulate like a tidal wave of unstoppable force. Discipline is what turns a hesitant, uncertain person into someone who commands respect, fear, and admiration. People notice it, even it cannot articulate it. They feel the energy, the precision, the consistency, and they instinctively understand that this person is not here to play. They are here to conquer. Discipline also builds resilience because life will throw challenges at you that are unfair, brutal, and relentless. Only the disciplined can absorb the blows, recalibrate, and keep moving forward without losing momentum. When you are disciplined, failure becomes a teacher rather than a tormentor, and every setback is a signal to adjust, not an excuse to quit. Discipline eliminates the chaos in your mind because when you have structure, purpose, and a system, uncertainty loses its power. Every action becomes deliberate, every choice a tool for advancement. This is why the disciplined person attracts success. They embody control, mastery, and vision. They are not swayed by fleeting trends, distractions, or the noise of the uncommitted masses. Discipline is not glamorous. It is not flashy, but it is magnetic. It is the silent force that separates the dreamers from the doers, the spectators from the players. You see, while others wait for inspiration, disciplined people create it within themselves. They do not rely on motivation because they understand that motivation is fleeting, fragile, and unreliable. Discipline is unwavering, steadfast, and impenetrable. When you develop discipline, you start to see the patterns of life differently. You recognize that effort invested consistently over time always yields results. You stop envying others and start focusing on what you can control. You understand that mastery is not a matter of luck, but a matter of commitment, repetition, and relentless refinement. Every goal, no matter how distant, becomes attainable. because discipline turns long-term visions into short-term habits. Discipline teaches you to respect time because every moment wasted is a step further from the life you desire. You stop procrastinating, stop blaming circumstances, stop waiting for permission. You take full responsibility for your growth, your performance, and your future. Discipline allows you to withstand the storms of doubt and fear that inevitably come when you aim high. It gives you the mental toughness to pursue goals that others dismiss as impossible. The more disciplined you become, the more attractive success is to you, not because you chase it, but because your energy, your habits, and your presence align perfectly with the frequency of achievement. People are naturally drawn to disciplined individuals because they exude reliability, strength, and determination. Opportunities appear not by chance, but because the discipline create environments where success cannot help but find them. Discipline is the key that unlocks the doors of wealth, influence, health, knowledge, and personal power. Without it, potential remains dormant, dreams fade, and life becomes a series of regrets and what-ifs. But with discipline, you cultivate momentum, confidence, and a life that reflects your true capabilities. It is not about perfection, it is about consistency. One disciplined day leads to another. And soon, the life you once thought impossible becomes inevitable. Discipline is not a restriction, it is freedom. Freedom from fear, from mediocrity, from dependence on luck or chance. It is the foundation upon which empires are built, careers are launched, and legacies are forged. If you want to attract success, if you want to become the person everyone envies and admires, start with discipline. Make it your identity, your habit, your obsession. Let it shape every decision, every action, and every thought. When you do, you will discover that success is not something you chase. It is something that finds you because you have become the person it cannot resist. And that is the truth. The disciplined are unstoppable, unshakable, and unmatched. They are the people who rise while others sleep, who conquer when others quit, who achieve when others settle. Discipline is the magnet, and you, if you commit, are the force it cannot ignore. Excuses are the silent killers of dreams, the invisible chains that keep you trapped in mediocrity while the world moves forward around you. They are comfortable lies you tell yourself to avoid discomfort, hard work, and accountability. Every time you whisper, "I can't, I'm too tired, I'll start tomorrow," you are burying a piece of your potential, convincing yourself that you are powerless when in reality, power has always been within your grasp. Failure is temporary, it is a lesson, it is the fuel that strengthens those who are brave enough to endure it and rise again. But excuses are permanent. They are like quicksand, slowly pulling you down the longer you cling to them. Excuses disguise fear as reason, weakness as strategy, and procrastination as prudence. They make you feel justified in your inactivity. And while you sit waiting for the perfect moment or the right opportunity, life is passing you by. Potential does not tolerate excuses. It demands action, courage, and relentless pursuit. Every world-class athlete, every groundbreaking entrepreneur, every leader who has ever inspired others succeeded not because they were free from obstacles, but because they refused to let excuses dictate their behavior. Excuses are seductive because they are painless, but pain is necessary for growth. They prevent you from discovering what you are truly capable of, locking away the greatness that is already inside you. The truth is, failure will humble you, but it will not kill you if you respond with resilience. Excuses, however, destroy the essence of who you could become, eroding confidence, discipline, and momentum. They are the invisible hand that steers you toward average while whispering comfort in your ear. You can fail 100 times and still rise stronger, but the moment you start believing your excuses, your potential dies quietly, unnoticed, until one day you wake up realizing you've been living a fraction of the life you were capable of. Excuses are contagious. The longer you allow them, the easier they become. One "I can't" leads to another, then another, until every ambition, every dream, every goal has been suffocated before it even had a chance to breathe. The people who achieve greatness do not allow excuses into their minds because they understand the stakes. They understand that excuses are betrayal of their talent, their time, and their future. Excuses are cowardice dressed as rationality, hiding behind logic while the world rewards the bold, the relentless, the unyielding. Excuses create illusions of safety, but true success requires risk, discomfort, and relentless action. Every time you make an excuse, you are choosing comfort over growth, stagnation over progress, mediocrity over mastery. They are a thief that robs you of time, focus, and confidence. Unlike failure, which can be analyzed, corrected, and leveraged into improvement, excuses accumulate unnoticed. slowly eroding your potential until one day you are left wondering why you never achieved what you knew you could. Excuses are addictive because they allow you to avoid the responsibility of being great. They let you blame circumstances, other people, or even fate for your lack of progress, all while your untapped potential whispers from the shadows, growing more frustrated with every excuse you make. The moment you start eliminating excuses, everything changes. You begin to see the truth, that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, that obstacles are temporary, and that every setback is simply a challenge to be overcome, not a reason to stop. Eliminating excuses forces you to confront your weaknesses, face your fears, and take ownership of your life in ways that failure alone cannot teach. Failure is external. It happens to you. Excuses are internal. They are the choices you make to give up before the fight has even begun. Excuses are cowardice disguised as wisdom. They make you believe you are limited when in reality the only limits are the ones you accept. The person who succeeds is the person who refuses to let excuses dictate their path, who takes responsibility for every outcome, and who attacks life with relentless urgency. Excuses are loud, distracting, and convincing, but they are also the easiest thing to destroy if you cultivate awareness and accountability. Recognize them, confront them, and replace them with action, because action is the antidote to every excuse. No one ever succeeded by waiting, by rationalizing, or by avoiding the uncomfortable. Every achievement in history was earned by people who refused to let excuses shape their reality. Excuses are a betrayal of your ambition, your discipline, your intelligence, and your dreams. They are the barrier that separates the person you are from the person you were born to become. When you embrace responsibility and reject excuses, you unlock a power within yourself that failure alone could never give you. The power to control your destiny, to transform adversity into opportunity, and to shape a life worthy of your potential. Excuses steal time, energy, and clarity. They leave you stuck in cycles of hesitation, regret, and unfulfilled potential. Every I can't is a decision to shrink. Every rationalization a step away from greatness. Excuses are permanent if you nurture them. They calcify into a mindset that convinces you to settle, to give up, and to live small. The antidote is relentless accountability, the refusal to rationalize, and the courage to act, even when circumstances are imperfect. Your potential is waiting for you on the other side of excuses, but it will not wait forever. The longer you cling to them, the further you drift from the person you were meant to be. Failure is temporary, corrective, and instructive. Excuses are destructive, corrosive, and fatal to your ambitions. To unlock your full potential, you must ruthlessly eliminate excuses from your life. Examine every thought, every justification, and every rationalization, and replace it with action. Commit to showing up every day, to facing challenges head on, and to doing the work even when it hurts, even when it's inconvenient, and even when fear screams for you to quit. Excuses may feel safe, but safety never produces greatness. They may make you comfortable, but comfort never inspires achievement. Excuses are the enemy of potential, the enemy of momentum, and the enemy of the life you were capable of creating. Stop lying to yourself. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions, and stop letting fear masquerade as reason. Embrace responsibility, embrace discomfort, embrace relentless action, and watch as your potential, which excuses have been trying to bury, rises like a force no failure could ever destroy. Excuses destroy potential faster than failure, and the truth is, life will never wait for you to catch up. The moment to act is now. The moment to stop rationalizing is now. The moment to reclaim your potential is now. Excuses have no place in the life of someone destined for greatness, and the person who refuses to entertain them becomes unstoppable, unshakable, and inevitable. Success is not handed out like candy. It does not favor the lucky, the talented, or the smartest. It rewards the relentless, the persistent, the ones who endure when others have long given up. Life is a test of endurance, a marathon of challenges, failures, and obstacles designed to weed out the weak, the impatient, and the inconsistent. Anyone can start strong. Anyone can take the first step with enthusiasm, but only those who keep moving forward when the fire is burning, when the body aches, when the mind screams to quit are the ones who cross the finish line. Success is earned in the silent moments, the lonely hours when no one is watching, when it would be easier to sleep in, take the shortcut, or settle for mediocrity. It is earned by showing up day after day, by working when motivation fades, by sacrificing comfort for growth, and by refusing to bow to temporary setbacks. Endurance is the invisible currency of achievement. Those who endure longer than others are the ones who learn, adapt, and improve when everyone else is whining and blaming circumstances. Every failure they face becomes a lesson, every hardship a stepping stone, and every obstacle an opportunity to grow stronger. While others quit because the journey is hard, the persistent push forward, knowing that pain is temporary, but the reward of perseverance is permanent. Endurance builds character, resilience, and confidence because it teaches you that no matter how difficult the road, giving up is a choice, not a necessity. The world is littered with talented people who never realized their potential, not because they lack skill, but because they gave up too soon. Meanwhile, those who endure, who refuse to be broken by failure or slowed by setbacks, inevitably rise above, not because life is fair, but because persistence creates inevitability. Success is not a sprint. It is a grind, a long and often brutal process where the weak fall behind, the impatient quit, and the persistent conquer. Endurance is not glamorous. It is not exciting. It is quiet, demanding, and often lonely. But it is the difference between the average and the extraordinary, the forgotten and the celebrated, the ordinary and the unstoppable. Those who endure longer than others develop a mindset that is unshakable, a focus that is unwavering, and a determination that cannot be broken by criticism, distraction, or temporary failure. They understand that every small step, every extra hour, every ounce of effort compounds over time until it becomes unstoppable momentum. While others rest, complain, or search for shortcuts, the persistent grind, knowing that time favors those who refuse to quit. Endurance is also about patience. Success is rarely instantaneous. It does not arrive on the day you wish it would, nor does it come at the pace you desire. The ability to endure, to maintain effort despite frustration, delays, and uncertainty is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only dream. The path to greatness is littered with obstacles, betrayals, mistakes, and failures. But endurance turns these trials into training, pain into progress, and adversity into advantage. Those who endure longer than others are often underestimated because people confuse their patience and persistence for weakness or slowness. But it is precisely this endurance that makes them unstoppable. They do not rush recklessly. They do not quit impulsively. They move with purpose, discipline, and a long-term vision that others lack. Endurance creates a compounding advantage over time. Every day, every week, every month that you persist while others falter, your experience grows, your skills sharpen, and your resolve strengthens. You become someone who is not merely surviving the grind, but thriving within it, using every hardship as a ladder to climb higher, faster, and stronger. Those who endure longer than others also cultivate self-mastery. They learn to control their emotions, resist temptation, and maintain focus on their long-term goals, even when instant gratification is tempting. This self-discipline, built through persistence, becomes a superpower, allowing them to make decisions, take actions, and invest energy in ways that yield massive results over time. Success is not a reward for those who avoid struggle. It is a reward for those who embrace it, who understand that pain, setbacks, and delay are not enemies, but allies that test commitment and refine strength. The world is full of people who quit after the first obstacle, the first failure, the first criticism. But the person who endures longer than others is unshaken, unbroken, and unstoppable because they know that every storm eventually passes, every challenge can be overcome, and every goal is achievable with enough persistence. Endurance also inspires others. People are drawn to those who do not give up because they radiate confidence, strength, and inevitability. Success follows those who persist not because it owes them anything, but because the universe has no choice but to recognize relentless effort when it meets it. Enduring longer than others requires sacrifice, resilience, and vision. It demands that you prioritize long-term results over short-term comfort, that you focus on growth rather than instant validation, and that you remain committed even when the rewards seem distant or invisible. Those who endure longer than others do not rely on luck, timing, or circumstance. They rely on grit, consistency, and the unshakable belief that if they continue, the results will inevitably follow. Success is a reflection of endurance because it is earned by those who refuse to quit, who persist when others stop, who continue to invest effort when the majority has moved on. It is not talent, opportunity, or intelligence alone that determines achievement. It is the unwavering commitment to endure longer than anyone else in pursuit of a goal. Life is full of tests, trials, and moments that tempt you to give up. The choice is yours, to quit like everyone else, or to endure, push through, and claim the success that others only dream of. Endurance turns ordinary people into legends, struggles into triumphs, and obstacles into milestones. The ability to endure longer than others is not just about surviving. It is about thriving in adversity, building momentum while others stall, and positioning yourself to receive the rewards that life reserves for the relentless. Those who endure are often the last to be seen struggling, but the first to be remembered for conquering. Success does not favor the impatient, the fragile, or the inconsistent. It favors the persistent, the determined, and the relentless, those who endure longer than others. So when life challenges you, when failure threatens, when the path seems impossible, remember this: endurance is your greatest weapon, your ultimate advantage, and the single most decisive factor that will carry you past the quitting line, past the limits of those around you, and into the life you were meant to achieve. Endure longer than others, and success is not just possible, it is inevitable. Comfort is the silent assassin of ambition, the invisible chain that binds potential and keeps greatness just out of reach. It disguises itself as safety, ease, and convenience, whispering in your ear that staying where you are is enough, that you don't need to push harder, go further, or risk more. But comfort is not neutrality, it is stagnation. It is the enemy that convinces you that dreams can wait, that effort can be postponed, and that growth is optional. Every great achievement in history, every story of triumph was born in discomfort, forged in struggle, and nurtured in environments that demanded more than what felt easy or safe. The person who chooses comfort over challenge may feel content, may even feel secure, but they are quietly surrendering to mediocrity, resigning to a life far below what they are capable of. Comfort tempts the mind to settle, the body to rest, and the spirit to compromise. It transforms ambition into excuses, passion into routine, and potential into wasted opportunity. The path to greatness is never found in ease. It is carved through struggle, sacrifice, and relentless pursuit of something beyond the ordinary. Growth hurts. Mastery demands relentless focus, unyielding discipline, and a refusal to allow your environment, your habits, or your circumstances to dictate your limits. Every time you choose comfort, you are choosing the known over the unknown, temporary pleasure over long-term reward, and avoidance over action. True greatness requires embracing discomfort as a companion rather than a threat. It means confronting fear, pushing past pain, working while others rest, and persevering when the easy path tempts you to quit. Comfort is seductive because it is painless, but pain is the currency of achievement, and without paying it, the world will not reward you. The most successful people are not those who avoided struggle. They are those who leaned into it, who became intimate with discomfort, and who allowed it to shape them into stronger, sharper, and more capable versions of themselves. Comfort is a trap because it lies. It tells you that avoiding challenge is wisdom, that avoiding risk is smart, and that avoiding failure is safety. But safety never inspires excellence. It never drives innovation. It never produces someone who is remembered. It is only in the furnace of challenge that true strength is forged. Greatness demands that you reject the easy path, refuse to settle, and actively seek the edges where growth occurs. Comfort breeds complacency, and complacency breeds mediocrity. The world does not reward mediocrity. It rewards those who endure, who persist, who endure when everything inside them screams to stop. When you embrace discomfort, you expand your capacity for resilience, toughness, and endurance. Every time you push past what feels safe, you build a psychological and physical edge over those who remain within the boundaries of comfort. It is in these moments of resistance, when life is hardest and the temptation to quit is strongest, that you define your trajectory, shape your destiny, and move closer to the greatness that comfort would otherwise rob from you. Comfort is the enemy of greatness because it undermines ambition, dilutes effort, and numbs the urgency required to excel. It allows you to rationalize why you aren't performing at your best, why you aren't chasing your dreams, and why you aren't becoming the person you were capable of being. It is the invisible hand that keeps potential imprisoned. Rejecting comfort requires courage, intentionality, and an unrelenting commitment to your goals. It demands that you hold yourself accountable, that you continually test your limits, and that you refuse to let temporary ease dictate lifelong outcomes. The moment you prioritize comfort over challenge, you begin a slow decline, and every small concession compounds into a life of quiet regret, unfulfilled dreams, and untapped potential. The pursuit of greatness is a war against comfort, a conscious effort to remain vigilant, disciplined, and driven even when the body, mind, and world conspire to make you feel satisfied with less. Greatness does not reward those who play it safe. It honors those who dare to take risks, face uncertainty, and sacrifice immediate ease for lasting achievement. Comfort is a thief that steals time, ambition, and momentum. It is the subtle enemy that convinces you to delay action, settle for minimum effort, and postpone the work that shapes champions. The strongest, most accomplished people are those who became comfortable with being uncomfortable, who learned to thrive in adversity, and who understood that pain, struggle, and sacrifice are not obstacles. They are tools, teachers, and accelerators on the path to excellence. When you consistently choose discomfort, you develop an edge that others lack. You build a mental toughness that allows you to confront challenges fearlessly, to navigate setbacks without despair, and to continue pursuing your vision long after others have given up. The enemy of greatness is not failure, fear, or even fatigue. It is comfort. Comfort encourages avoidance, excuses, and stagnation, all while promising safety and peace. But in reality, it delivers the opposite: wasted potential, quiet regret, and a life far below what you are capable of achieving. The only way to achieve extraordinary results is to consistently, intentionally, and unapologetically step out of your comfort zone. It is in the tension between effort and resistance, struggle and growth, pain and perseverance that greatness is born. Comfort offers temporary relief but long-term mediocrity. Greatness demands sacrifice, relentless pursuit, and a willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of something larger than yourself. Every accomplishment, every legacy, every life that has inspired others was built by someone who refused comfort, who embraced challenge, and who understood that the road to extraordinary results is paved with discomfort. To achieve greatness, you must train yourself to see comfort as the enemy, to treat ease as a signal that growth has stalled, and to actively seek opportunities that challenge you physically, mentally, and emotionally. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the ability to endure what others avoid, to push past what others shy away from, and to thrive in circumstances that would defeat the average person. Greatness is not for those who coast. It is for those who consistently rise above ease, who embrace the grind, and who treat discomfort as the proving ground of their potential. Every day presents a choice: remain comfortable and safe, or endure, struggle, and grow. Every small decision to challenge yourself compounds into a trajectory toward excellence or mediocrity. Comfort is subtle, but its consequences are enormous. It erodes drive, numbs ambition, and disguises stagnation as peace. True achievement is impossible without rejecting it, without facing fear, hardship, and resistance head on. Greatness is earned not in moments of ease, but in the relentless pursuit of growth, in the refusal to settle, and in the courage to endure what others avoid. Comfort will whisper lies of safety, but the only way to create a life worth living, a legacy worth leaving, and a self capable of extraordinary achievement is to reject comfort, embrace discomfort, and pursue your goals with relentless, unflinching commitment. The enemy of greatness is not outside. It is the cozy, familiar, and comfortable life that lulls you into complacency. And the only way to defeat it is to consistently choose the harder path, to do the work others won't, to embrace struggle, and to understand that every moment spent in discomfort is an investment in the extraordinary life you were born to create. Opportunity does not knock politely at the door of the unprepared. It does not linger for those who sit idle hoping for luck, and it certainly does not favor the passive. Life does not owe anyone a break, and success never waits for someone to feel ready. The world rewards those who anticipate, those who sharpen their skills, those who push themselves relentlessly in preparation for the moment when opportunity finally appears. You do not wait for doors to open. You build the strength to break them down when the time comes. Every successful person in history shares the same secret. They did not wait. They prepared, honed, practiced, studied, and endured long before the spotlight shone on them. Preparation is the unseen engine that drives visible success. While others waste time wishing for a chance, the prepared are constructing, improving, learning, and building advantage. They understand that opportunity is fleeting and elusive, that it rewards the ready, the skilled, and the relentless, not the hesitant or complacent. Waiting is passive, dangerous, and expensive. Preparation is active, empowering, and inevitable. Every hour you spend improving yourself, mastering your craft, and expanding your knowledge compounds until you become the person capable of seizing the rare moments most people miss. Life presents openings only occasionally, but when they do appear, The prepared strike with speed, precision, and confidence because they have anticipated the moment, trained for it, and never allowed themselves to be caught unready. Opportunity without preparation is wasted. Preparation without opportunity is fertile ground for unstoppable results. Those who succeed understand that luck is manufactured through preparation, that timing favors those who have already done the hard work before anyone else even notices the chance. Waiting breeds excuses, hesitation, and regret. Preparation breeds skill, readiness, and inevitability. You must treat every day, every challenge, every moment as training, as an opportunity to sharpen yourself, to expand your capacity, and to cultivate the mindset that allows you to act decisively when the right moment arrives. The world does not pause for you to catch up. It moves forward, relentlessly. Every second spent waiting is a second loss to those who have prepared. Preparation requires discipline, focus, and the willingness to endure discomfort because growth is not comfortable and mastery is never convenient. You must be willing to do the work that others avoid, to learn what others ignore, and to push beyond limits that others accept, all so that when opportunity appears, you are the only one ready to grab it. Preparation is not a one-time act. It is a lifestyle, a commitment, a relentless pursuit of improvement that becomes your armor and your weapon. It is waking up before the world, training when no one sees, studying when others rest, and challenging yourself when the path is difficult. It is building not only skills, but confidence, resilience, and the ability to act decisively under pressure. Opportunity rewards speed, decisiveness, and readiness, and the prepared cultivate all three long before the chance arises. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. The perfect moment is a myth. The prepared do not wait. They create conditions for success. They anticipate and they position themselves so that when opportunity appears, it is not a matter of luck. It is a matter of inevitability. While others scramble, panic, or hesitate when life presents a chance, the prepared step forward with calm certainty because they have been waiting not passively but actively every day for the moment when they can act. You do not wait for opportunity. You train, study, practice, and improve until opportunity cannot ignore you. This preparation is not always glamorous. It is quiet, repetitive, sometimes grueling work. It is reading while others scroll, training while others rest, learning while others distract themselves, and refining while others accept mediocrity. But when the chance arrives, the prepared strike decisively, and the world rewards them generously because they have earned it. Preparation is the bridge between ambition and achievement, the hidden force that transforms potential into results. Those who wait often watch others succeed, envious, frustrated, and empty-handed. Those who prepare consistently, strategically, and relentlessly convert opportunity into triumph, often before anyone else even realizes the moment has come. The difference between success and failure is rarely talent alone. It is readiness. Talent without preparation is squandered. Preparation without talent can be cultivated into dominance. But when preparation meets opportunity, the results are unstoppable, inevitable, and often extraordinary. You must internalize that time spent preparing is never wasted, that every skill honed, every bit of knowledge gained, every moment of effort compounds, creating a version of yourself capable of acting decisively when life presents a chance. Every missed opportunity is a reminder of the cost of waiting, and every seized opportunity is proof that preparation is power. The world rewards the ready. It does not pause for hesitation. It does not wait for motivation, and it certainly does not linger for wishful thinking. Every moment you prepare, you move closer to inevitability. When the chance finally appears, the prepared move without fear, without doubt, and without hesitation. They strike with precision, clarity, and power because they have rehearsed every scenario, faced every challenge in advance, and refined themselves until action is effortless. Waiting is passive, preparation is active. Waiting produces regret, preparation produces results. Waiting hopes for luck, preparation creates it. You do not wait for opportunity. You prepare relentlessly, strategically, and unapologetically, so that when life finally presents a door, you are the one walking through it, unstoppable, ready, and capable. Preparation is the secret weapon of champions, the invisible edge that separates those who succeed from those who merely dream. It is invisible to others, but undeniable in results. Every day you train, every challenge you face, every lesson you learn builds the version of